Hi friends, it's Margaret with Marcus Way Yoga. I made today's class with women in mind, so please join me. To start today's class, I'd like to do a guided meditation that hopefully is going to help us find some optimism and hope throughout our day today. So find a comfortable seat on the floor. I'm sitting on my heels, but of course you could sit down with your legs crossed. And I just want to take a few deep breaths here as we settle in. Gently lift the top of your head towards the ceiling. And take 3 really big cleansing breaths in and out. One, 2, 3. All right, I'd like us to take one palm on top of each other and place our hands in front of us. So throughout our lives, we tend to lie to ourselves. We tend to tell ourselves things that aren't true, negative things, mean things. We are so judgmental of ourselves. At least I know I can be. So I would like for us to just practice unloading these thoughts into the palm of our hands. Just imagine them being transferred from your mind into the palms of your hands. Statements like, I'm not good enough. Statements like, I always do this, fill in the blank. People always treat me this way. Things that are just false, that aren't true, and oftentimes negative. We're just going to think about all those lies we tell ourselves and imagine them as words, shapes, colors, textures, and just placing them into the palms of your hands. Acknowledge these negative thoughts that we might have every once in a while. They tend to be repetitive. They tend to be habitual. Just imagine them filling up your palms. Maybe it's imagined as piling rocks into your hand or seeds. And notice how heavy they're starting to get. Notice the weight of these burdens, the weight of this negativity. And the longer we hold it, the heavier it gets. Keep placing them one on top of the other, on top of the other. Unfulfilled desires, times that we've perceived failure, things we don't like about ourselves for whatever reason. Ways in which we judge ourselves and others so harshly. Ways in which we compare ourselves to others. Keep loading it on. Keep loading up that weight. Notice the burden. We're going to hold it a little bit longer, and then in 5 breaths, I'd like for us to just release our arms and let it all go. We can imagine we're at the edge of a cliff. We can imagine we're near running water, a brook, a river, a lake, the ocean. And we're going to let the wind and the water carry our troubles away. Maybe there's an animal nearby who's going to carry it away on the wind, a bird, a fish, a friend. Five, 4, 3, 2. Big inhale on this last one. Exhale, let it go. Let your arms rest in your lap for a moment. Notice a release in tension through the shoulders and the neck. Notice that moment of freedom as we unburden ourselves this negativity. All right, thank you so much for doing that with me. We're going to sit down with our feet in front of us and hold on to our legs, wrapping our arms around our legs. Squeeze tight and lift your heart up nice and high. We'll hold this for 5 breaths. Notice that belly pressing into your thighs and expand anyway with your breath. All right, we're going to keep our left arm wrapped around our legs, taking our right hand behind us. Use your fingertips for support and gaze over that right shoulder for a twist. We'll hold, keep yourself nice and upright. All right, let's wrap our right arm around our legs now and take your left hand behind you, getting support from the floor, lifting your heart. And come on back to center. Let's squeeze those legs one more time. Lift your heart nice and high. See if you can lift the top of your head even higher. Okay, let's release, relax. Extend both legs out in front of you, hands by your sides, and we're just going to rotate our ankles, maybe kind of pad the backs of your knees against the floor here, just kind of waking our legs up with some extension. And then we're going to hug our right knee up and in. Hug your right knee up and in. Once again, find a lifted heart. And we're going to take the sole of our foot with our right hand to lift that foot up and then draw it to the side. So we're doing half happy baby. You can take your left hand to the floor next to you and just draw that knee open. And we can take that foot a little bit more in front of us and then open it up a little bit wider one more time. Bring the foot forward towards the left and then all the way open to the right. Nice. Okay, this time we're going to take the bottom half of our leg and hold it in our arms like we're cradling a baby. And then we're just going to rock from side to side, rocking our leg, opening and closing that hip. And making some sliding noises over here. Okay, so now we're going to release this and take our right foot and place it inside of the left thigh. Find a nice tall lifted heart. And we're going to fold over our left leg for head to knee pose. You might be able to reach for your foot. And we're just going to take a nice big fold. Really stretching out the back of our left leg. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, big inhale, big exhale, coming out of it, lifting our heart, finding a tall spine. All right, let's extend both legs out once again. Take your hands along your sides and lift your heart up nice and high as you drive the heels of your hands down into the floor. Let's keep pressing for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, release. All right, let's pick our left knee up and in, give it a little squeeze, lift your heart. And we're gonna take the sole of our left foot in our left hand. And you're gonna pick your foot up, take your knee to the outside of your elbow, and then draw your thigh and knee open for seated half happy baby. And your right hand can support you on the floor or on your leg. And we'll draw our foot over to the right and then open it one more time. Draw your foot over to the right, open it again. Lift your heart. One more time. Okay, next we're going to cradle our leg in our arms. So you work your hand underneath your leg and then just sort of cradle your foot like a baby. And we'll rock back and forth, get some sliding action going. Cleansing breath in and out the nose. Okay, we're gonna release this and take the sole of our foot to the inside of our right leg. Aim your belly button over your right leg. And then reach forward, maybe grabbing your foot for a nice fold forward, head to knee pose. And we'll hold for 5 more breaths. Inhale, come on back up. Find a nice lifted heart. So we're going to take our feet nice and wide now, grabbing our ankles. And you can kind of wiggle a few times side to side until you're nice and comfortable. And if you feel really rounded through the upper back and shoulders, you can sit on a blanket, but we do want our shoulders drawing down and back and our heart lifting upwards. We'll stay here for 3 cleansing breaths. Use your nose to breathe. Okay, so we're going to take our right hand and snake it around our right leg. So our elbow's going to go underneath the knee and then catch the foot on the outside. And then we're going to inhale our left arm up And then exhale, take it behind your back, gaze over your left shoulder for an upper back twist. Keep lifting your heart up. And then come on back to center. Grab both ankles again inside the legs. Lift your heart up nice and high. So we can really connect elbow to knee here, create some strength and resistance. All right, let's go do the other side. So our left elbow goes underneath the left leg, and then we try our best to catch the top of that foot. Right arm reaches up, and then exhales behind the back. Gazing over the right shoulder. Big inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. All right, let's catch both feet again. Inside the legs, lift your heart open. All right, we're gonna take blossoming lotus pose. So we pick each leg up and catch our leg inside the crooks of our elbows. And we try our best to balance on our seat here. The heels of the feet come together and our hands come to chin mudra, which is thumb and index finger together. And the toes sort of open up. And this is blossoming lotus. You're gonna feel a nice stretch through the shoulders as they're being externally rotated. Keep your balance. Use your core strength here. Okay, so now is the fun part, or the tricky part, I should say. Let's release and come down, catch our breath for a moment. Take those elbows out from underneath you. And we're gonna use our peace fingers to catch our big toes. So our peace fingers, middle finger, first finger, and thumb. And we're gonna pick ourselves back up again. So see if you can just balance here, and then maybe play around with straightening one leg, and then straightening the other leg. And then the goal here is to get nice and strong enough that we can extend both legs out long. Utthita Vikasita Kamalasana. And my foot is in front of my face, that's okay, there I am. And hold. 5, you got this. 4, 3, 2, exhale, bring the soles of the feet together. Release that bind of your fingers and your toes. Rock a little bit from side to side. Grab your ankles and lift your heart up nice and high. Lift, lift, lift. Relax those knees open. And you can sit on a blanket for our next pose. Bound angle. But we're going to lean forward. I like to interlace my fingers and take my toes in their grasp. And then bending my elbows, I kind of pull my heart forward. I just heard a pop in my hip. And I'm getting this really awesome stretch in the inner thighs. And then the longer we stay, you could walk your hands forward. You could also grab onto your ankles and use your elbows to press those knees down. So just taking whatever feels best to you. Finding some release. Letting go. And relaxing. Let your head become increasingly heavy. Heavier and heavier. And simply watch and let the breath flow in and out your nose. If you want, you can close your eyes. You can gently press the tongue into the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw. We're going to stay just a little bit longer. Continue to release and let go. Let tension roll off your shoulders and down your back. Continue to release those burdens that you carry. We're going to hold this for 3 more deep breaths. To come out of it, keep your gaze low, keep your head low. Do your best to not become too upright too quickly. Too alert, too quickly. Very, very slowly. Pick your head up last, and if our eyes are closed, open your eyes. Baddha Konasana, bound angle. All right, let's close our knees and give ourselves a little hug here, wrapping our arms around our legs and maybe even dropping our head to our knees. We're going to hold this for 5 long breaths. And slowly come on up. Beautiful. Let's lie down. Let's lie down for just one more pose. So come to lie down all the way on your back, getting nice and comfortable, sort of adjusting as you see fit. Feet on the floor, knees up. And let's just notice the support from the floor. Let your body become nice and heavy. Notice how your hips and legs feel. We're going to reach our arms up overhead, wiggle the fingertips. And then we're going to hug our knees into our chest. Give them a squeeze, rock from side to side. This kind of massages our low back. All right, and for our last pose, we're going to take Happy Baby. So take the soles of your feet in each hand, elbows inside the legs, and the knees are outside of our shoulders drawing towards the floor. You want to push your feet up as your hands keep pulling the feet down. So we're creating this nice closed circuit of energy. Keep drawing your shoulders down into the floor. Keep drawing your hips down into the floor. Feel the whole surface area of your back connecting. And like a fitted mattress sheet, you're just sort of tucking those corners down. And if you want, you can find a little bit of playful movement here, rocking from side to side. Added massage when we do that. A little added bonus massage. And maybe stillness feels best for you. We're going to hold this for just 3 more breaths. All right, let's bring the soles of our feet together on the floor, knees open, and you can take your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. And for our last resting posture, we'll take reclining bound angle. And just stay here for the remainder of class, letting go, feeling those hips open up, and focusing on our feminine side, our yin aspect. Just resting and letting go.